So hello friends, welcome to Intron YouTube channel and learning session of learning Python with the Intron. In this video, we will see what is a for loop and how we can use it in an Python. So what we used to do previously in the CCPP, we have syntax like for I is equal to 0, we have I is less than equal to n we used to take, and here we have I plus plus. This is a syntax in CCPP. So now let's check in syntax for Java. For is same here. For we use now in for I. So here we used to initialize the value. In Python there is no need to initialize the value. By default value will be taken as 0 for I in. So first of all we will see and basic for loop, how we can use it by using the range function. There are different ways to implement your for loop. So first of all we will see and basic by using the range function for I in range of, so I in range of n. So this is an syntax. So I is same here, it's to here, but we have not initialized value. By default it will be initialized up to 0. I in range of, that is, so I is less than equal to n, so we have given like in range of n. So n, this range here is a function, and I plus plus. So in Python there is no need to do an increment. By default increment will be done. So now let's check. So I will give here one value like 7. Now let's remove this. For I in range of 7, and now let's print. So whatever we want to print, the code under the for loop, we print it by giving the space to the left side. Print, I want to print like, I want to print the I value. So I value will be from 0 to 6, that is n minus 1 value will be printed. Now let's run this program, and here you can see here is our output starting from 0 to 6. So we have seen and range function. Now let's see different way how we can use the for. Suppose I have a list here, I will call as list is equal to, I will pass some strings here like a. Next I will pass is b. Next you can take p. I will pass some numbers 1 2 3. I have passed numerical values. You can also pass their float. I have used here integer. So what in the case if I want to print this all list elements by using the for loop, so I can print like for I. So here we cannot use the range function, so now we can use like for I in list. So list is our list, print I. So I is nothing but the, this all a b p 1 2 3 will be assigned one by one to this I, we know that. So I in list is our nothing but the list. Now let's run our code and check the output. So here is our output, that is abp 1 2 3. So now let's go to our next concept. So now let me cut this first. So if you own one string called as str, yes, I will pass here str, yes, I will pass intron, that is our channel name, intron. So what in the case if you want to print one by one letter from this string, you can print like for I in strs, str. So whatever the value is in present one by one, print it by assigning to the I. Print, we will do here print I. So one by one value will be printed. Now let's print that. So here you can see intron, one by one value is being printed. So now let's go to our next concept of how we can use the for. So what in the case if you want, we have seen that for I in range of, suppose I will give here now 6, by default value will be started from the 0. So what in the case if you don't want to start from the 0, if you want to start from the 2, you can give here the starting value like 2 comma, you want to execute up to n minus 1, that is 6 minus 1 will be 5. Print, you can do here like I. Now let's run. So here you can see 2 3 4 5 is being executed. So we can change the start value. So this is nothing but the start value, and this is stop value minus, here will be done like n minus 1. So 6 will be not considered, it will be taken as n minus 1, that is 5. So what, so we have seen here by default the value will be incremented, that is I will be incremented by 1. What in the case if you want to increment the I by, not by 1, if you want to increment by 2, 3, how you can increment? So let me change here first stop value. So I want to execute the program from starting from the 2 up to 10, it should print value, but it should be not incremented by 1, it should be incremented by 2. So my program will start from the 2 and it will run up to 10, but the value incremented will be incremented by 2, like 2, after that 4 will be printed, after that 6, and after that 8 will be printed. 10 will be not printed because this is n minus 1 will be taken, and it will be considered as a 9. So now let's run our program. So here you can see, here is our output 2468. So this is a quite easy concept that you can easily learn after practice. So now let's see what is an inner for loop for I in range of, suppose I will give here a range called as 3, print. So listen carefully, this concept is really very important. So I want this print statement to be executed under the first for loop, so I will give here print first for loop, for loop I times. So I is variable, so I am not using their double quotes, I want to print that value of an I each time. So I times, so this is also quite easy concept. So now I want to use inner for loop. So what is inner for loop? For under for, you can say for is used inside the for loop. So this is one for loop starting from this space, by leaving the space we have started this. So I want to now write one more for loop, so it is under this for loop. So obviously you should leave the space this time also. For this time you will take like j in range of, suppose you also want to execute this program 3 times, we will make a for j, and you will give the print statement in this like print second for loop j times. So first of all let's run the code, and I will tell you step by step how it will work. So first of all let's see. So this is a main for loop, this print statement is written under this for loop by leaving the space to the left. So for this for loop also we have left some space from the left, because to let the compiler understand this for loop comes under this for loop, and here we have given the print statement by leaving the space from this for loop, that compiler will understand this print statement comes under this for loop. By space compiler can understand. So now first run the program and we will discuss how it works. So it tells invalid syntax. So here we should give like j. Now let's run this. It will work correctly. So first for loop 0 times, again 3 times second for loop will be executed, then again first for loop, then again 3 times second for loop, again first for loop, and then 3 times second for loop. No, so now I will explain step by step. First of all program will start from the here. So this print statement will be executed as we have seen in this. So this firstly got executed. Now secondly programs comes here, and until and unless this for loop gets executed completely, program will not go again to this. So this for loop we are given the range 3, so this gets executed 3 times, and again program goes to here. So here now I value is incremented and I becomes 1. So again this for loop will be incremented, executed, and again program comes here, and here value is still 3. So again these 3 times will be executed. Now I value becomes 2 and program go to here. So for I in range of 3, and this print statement will be executed 1 time, and again here range is 3. So this program will be executed 3 times, and now I value becomes 3. So as we said that here value will be taken is like